This podcast is a proud member of the UUOP Network.
Welcome to Rush of Fear Podcast, where we chat all things Halloween Horror Nights, Universal Destinations and Experiences premier scare event. Tonight, for episode 12 of season 5, we will be breaking down the final announcements for HHN 34 in Orlando and a new house announcement for HHN 2025 in Hollywood. So now, let the mayhem begin.
What a rush of fear.
Hey, it's me, it's Kenneth, hello. We're here, and we've got so much stuff to talk about. So let me introduce who is talking about it with me. I've got Michelle.
Howdy, howdy.
And Maddy.
Good morning.
Good morning. It is.
Is it though? I don't know.
It's afternoon.
It's still not yet. It's still technically officially morning. It's 11:51 at the moment right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, these are not the final announcements for Orlando. We still have technically 2 more houses left to go.
Oh my gosh! Wait,
That's
you're right.
crazy.
Whoops. Sorry, guys. That was on me. That was on me.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting because normally we don't get like scare zones and shows until all the houses. So I feel I'm like off my rhythm a little bit.
Yeah.
They're
We
messing
got
with
like
us.
what a month to go now before opening.
Yeah.
32 days as of recording this today on July 28th.
But
Yeah.
the opening night is August 28th, so we're a month away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. As of recording, this episode will come out in a few days, but, whatever.
Yeah.
So when you're hearing this, it's less than a month. Whoa!
Woohoo!
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so much stuff to talk about, all these zones, a couple new concepts that I don't even know what to call them.
Yeah.
We got our shows. And I don't know when we want to talk about them, but Matt, there's personal things that we're getting to do. So
Yeah.
I'm excited, but let's get into the meat of it here.
Yeah, for sure. Just a couple of housekeeping items before we get into our fun stuff. If you're looking for even more content from the gang leading up to the HHN season, make sure you check out the Rush of Fear Society. We are a ton of fun, and we are posting, pretty often leading up to the HHN season. We have all of our watch-alongs for the IP movies that are coming. I believe we've already recorded one, and all the other ones are getting scheduled as well, along with all of our previous watch-alongs, our unedited content, etc., etc. Supercast page, that link is going to be found in the episode bio of all of our episodes, plus our social media, that is on there as well. The membership is just $5 a month, or if you just want to pay one flat fee, it is $50 for the entire year. Woohoo! So come on and join the fun of the Rush of Fear Society. And as always, if you could please leave a spooky rating or review on whatever podcast platform you're listening to, it would really help us out. And we love reading all of your comments. It's very fun.
Yeah, and just a little spoiler, Audrey and I just recorded a watch along. Neither one of us had seen Terrifier. And if you have not seen Terrifier, then I would 100% pay to join the society and listen to that episode because it's going to be freaking hilarious. Just got to say. So yeah, join. It's going to be a fun season of watch-alongs, I think, with the IPs this year.
Yeah.
But also be sure to check out our merch storefront and help support the show. Just go to tpublic.com and search for Rush of Fear Podcast, and you'll find all of our goodies there. And then also make sure to check out Kenneth's band Pangolin everywhere you listen to music online, and follow them on the socials at Pangolin FL. Kenneth, what you got going on soon?
Soon we have our show at the Fest in Gainesville, Florida. This is the first time that we'll be playing at a venue that has individual venue tickets. So normally we play at places where you have to have like a festival pass to go, but we're playing at the Heartwood Soundstage, which is one of the biggest venues at the festival. And we are playing the indoor stage, which did not exist before. So I think it's like a chance for smaller bands to play at a bigger venue. So that's very cool. But that means that you can get a ticket to just the Heartwood for Friday and come see Pangolin. So that's very cool. We've never been on a single showcase venue before. So that's very exciting.
That's so cool.
Awesome. Yeah. Go support Kenneth.
Yeah.
What date was that?
That's Friday, October 26th, I want to say. Whatever the Friday is of that weekend before Halloween. Let me look to confirm. Friday the 24th.
Nice.
Okay.
Of October. So that's when we're playing at the fest. Come see us. It'll be cool. It'll be fun. You get to see a bunch of other cool bands. You get to hang out in Gainesville. And there's a lot of good places to eat around there. And yeah, it'll be awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yay. I'm going to my very first Pangolin show tonight. I'm so excited.
Aww.
That's right.
So
and
cool.
There's no reason to plug it because by the time you hear this, it'll have happened. But yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be so exciting. I'm pumped.
Nice. Yeah, I'm excited. It's a very different show tonight because we only have a 20-minute set, and it is like for a benefit show. So the set list is different than our normal set list, but it's still going to be awesome. Yeah. It's going to be cool.
Yay.
Maybe you should do a live watch since you're there, Maddie, so that I can watch.
Yes.
For completely selfish reasons.
True. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. It would go check the Russia Fear Instagram, and maybe there's a live a Pangolin show on there.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Hey, it's Maddie here. I am currently editing this podcast just a couple of days late. I do apologize for that. I know that we like to get our content out as soon as we possibly can, but we all know how life can definitely get in the way. And it is pretty funny listening back to this episode that we recorded this past weekend. Now, after the events of my week. So the section that you just heard is talking about potentially me going to a Pangolin show here in Orlando. Unfortunately, as myself and my wife were getting ready to go to that show, our apartment building caught on fire. Myself and my partner are okay. Our cats are okay. We are back in the apartment. We luckily had no damage besides just like a little bit of smoke inside. The people whose apartments were kind of destroyed by fire and water have been put up in new apartment buildings in my complex itself. So we are all doing okay. Everything is fine. But if you did go looking on the Russia Fear social media for my live stream or content from Kenneth's show, unfortunately, you won't find any there. If you go to Pangolin FL on their social media, you will find pictures and videos from the event, along with how much money they raised for their No More Ice show that they were a partner in playing. It was a fantastic set. I'm so sad I couldn't be there. I'm so happy that everyone in my complex was fine after the situation. And again, I do apologize for getting this episode out just a little bit late. Every time I sat down to try and re-edit this episode after 6 hours of standing outside watching the roof of my apartment building burn, I just got a little sad. So I do apologize. We are going to be getting you guys an episode very shortly after this one as well, talking about our 2 final house announcements and our hype lists for the season. So get ready for that one. And again, thank you guys so much for being patient with us this season. Life has definitely taken a front seat in a lot of our lives. So we love you all so much, and thank you so much for always listening and hanging out with us and enjoying what we have to say. Okay, bye.
But anyway, let's talk about some Scarezones, because now we know what they are, and it's interesting. There's some different stuff on here than we're used to seeing.
Yeah.
So, in the order of how they were announced, let's get into it. We have, first of all, our entrance zone, the origins of horror. Enter a decaying conservatory of twisted vines where artists carve tributes to Halloween Horror Nights 34. You'll encounter monstrous crows, gargoyles, and more.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. This makes me think of the zones, because it says tributes to Halloween Horror Nights 34. So you remember the zones where they had like all of the IPs represented in the entrance area?
Yeah.
Like the one with the scarecrows and they did the altars of horror and whatever. I feel like this is going to be kind of like that.
Do we know or have a good idea of where these are going to be individually?
I think we can make guesses, and they're starting to set up in the park for some of these. So like it is confirmed for a few of them.
Yeah.
This but
one
I feel
does
like we
sound
can
like an entrance scare zone for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and it's got the Conservatory of Twisted Vines, which is like El Artista. It's like the overall motif of the event. So it feels like this is a no-brainer that it's the entrance area.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. Any thoughts on this?
I think it's going to be so beautiful. I'm really, really like banking on the beauty factor of this zone. Not that it doesn't just like automatically sound really cool and interesting, but I'm hoping that we just get like a beautiful, beautiful entrance scare zone.
Yeah. They've been toying with that scare zone for a while now and how to best make it work, especially since Minions kind of took over that area, and they don't put the scare zone going straight through. Now they kind of curve it in that corner and then curving over to the right. And it just hasn't quite worked, at least in my opinion. So I'm hoping that they've toyed with it a little bit and are bringing something new to that area to make it feel more like a zone. But I do believe that what was that? Kenneth, are you playing Nintendo?
No, that's my alarm clock. You can edit that out.
Sure it is.
So fun.
But yeah, I hope that this actually feels more like an actual scare zone, because the description of it does, you're right, sound really beautiful, Maddie. So hopefully they have a really pretty like lighting package and just some cool stuff in there.
Yeah.
I hope that we get, because it says Monstrous Crows. Do you think we'll get Edgar Allan Crow from Hollywood in this zone?
I think I'd pass away. I think I'd walk in and just fall down. That's so cool.
That's Hollywood's own like scare zone icon that like was not meant to be anything important, but then the fans were like, "We love this.
Yeah,
this is so important cool to us now, and we love it." Yeah,
that's their Batricia.
Yes, 100%.
Gotcha.
To the point that he was in the Studio Screamer set from last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Patricia and Edgar Allan Crow were both in it, although they called her Batilda, which is incorrect.
True.
But it was like, okay, now we have like Scare Zone characters from each coast in the Studio Screamer set. So Hollywood people had an Orlando thing to collect and vice versa.
That's cool.
Yeah. Okay. Masquerade Dance with Death is the next zone. You're invited to a masquerade ball where bloodthirsty vampires lurk behind ornate disguises. When their masks fall, you'll become their prey. This feels like Hollywood to me.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
I was just there this weekend, and I'm trying to remember what the stages looked like.
Didn't they have like stained glass on the back of them? Or like, hold on, I'll pull up pictures. I am planning on going to the park on Wednesday after work, I think, if I'm imagining my imaginary calendar correctly. I think we're going Wednesday after work to do a full lap of just like construction photos of right now. And then depending on scheduling, we'll like try and cycle back once a week.
Yeah, there's some interesting there's some interesting stuff there right now that have not been there before as far as placement.
Yeah. It's a lot of big stuff.
Yeah. But good God, I think I only walked down this road once, so I don't remember. I know that there were like little stages at like that we're used to.
Yeah.
The stained glass, I remember there being stained glass in the Cat Lady of Crooked Lane area.
Oh my gosh.
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Sorry.
It looks like Inside Universal, the account 3 hours ago posted pictures. Yes, they are saying that Hollywood is going to be the Masquerade Scare Zone. There are multiple stages set up throughout with like beautiful stained glass on the back. And then it looks like as of today, they have like iron gates with brick at the front of Hollywood. So, yeah.
If the scare actors do a thing like where on a certain time or with a certain cue or whatever, start actually like breaking out into like ballroom dancing together.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So awesome.
Get some like choreographed like ballroom dancing and stuff in there.
Yes.
So
That would be pretty awesome.
So spooky.
Yeah, and then like they all of a sudden break out and like go after everybody that's standing there watching them. Oh,
yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. Also, I want to say because there was a scare zone in the past that was called Masquerade, and I'm going back to look at the details of it because I know it was 2014. Yeah, here it is. Masquerade Unstitched, which says, at this masquerade ball, when the masks come off, you'll find that the beauty may only be skin deep, but horror oozes much deeper. And that was like in the entrance area between what was then Minions and Shrek. But masquerade here is not spelled the normal way with the Q. It's Maskerade.
I'm going to like this zone. I have ballroom dancing in my background, so that's going to be fun. And if they like actually will dance with guests,
yeah,
I'm game.
It would have been cool if this was like an iteration of a Vamp Scare Zone where it's like Vamp 1865 Masquerade to like keep on that kind of like
I think this is going to be really cool. I mean, like, it's a good aesthetic, and especially to have on the Hollywood Zone.
Yes.
All right. Next up, we got the Cat Lady of Crooked Lane. Travel down a spooky winding path to a mysterious home where trick-or-treaters are transformed into feral felines. Be careful, or you'll be next.
I'm obsessed.
This is cute.
This is hilarious.
This is like Maddie and Lindsay.
I mean, yeah.
Like spooky cat ladies.
I'm so excited. And it looks like as of today, they have put pumpkins back in the trees in Central Park. So we are truly going back to our roots of a beautiful Central Park scare zone covered in pumpkins. And like all the decorations look to be very like vintagey 1950s, like
I love it.
Pumpkins and cats and like cutesy Halloween decorations.
Yes,
that's awesome.
Love it. I love when this scare zone has the pumpkins up and the pretty lighting package. It's just so nostalgic to me. And this is the zone, as I just foreshadowed, that does have like it's growing out into like the animal actor stage area for the first time.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So if you exit the actual like thoroughfare past Cafe La Bamba, there's also a really big set piece off to your right, like kind of covering up one of the little plaza areas right there next to or behind Cafe La Bamba. Or not Cafe La Bamba, the what do they call it? Where they do the surveys. Oh
yeah, the like NBC Media Center.
Yeah, like back in there, there's that like that little seating area right there.
Yeah.
So there's like a huge set piece that covers that area, and it has like a walkthrough, like you can walk behind it. So I'm guessing that's going to be for scare actors, not for people. And then there's also it's like straight ahead after the thoroughfare, sitting right smack dab in front of Animal Actor Stage. There's a small stage right there with like tresses and everything for lighting and stuff. So I don't know what the hell's going to be happening there, but this zone has grown out of the actual like walkway of Central Park.
That's great. because I don't know. I feel in the past couple of years, it's just felt like the scare zones are so small or like limited. Like it feels like more of the park should be taken over by HHN. And so I'm always in favor of like things expanding out of where they've been in the past.
Me too, for sure. But I can't, with it being this, like the cat lady of Crooked Lane, are we going to have the actual like cat lady sitting up there on the stage, like interacting with guests? I wonder.
I hope so.
That'd be cool, huh?
Yeah. Also, I think that they used the Animal Actors Courtyard in, what was it, 2011 or 12 or 13, whichever year all of the scare zones were The Walking Dead. I think that they put like the barn right there, either the barn or the RV. They put some set piece right there, and I had not seen The Walking Dead yet at that point, so I didn't know what it was. I was just like, okay, cool, big thing. I like that.
Like where the flags are, right in front of animals.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm picturing it. Huh. Yeah, I would love to see the whole thing expanded out into that area. I think with all of the trees and like things that are there, I think that'd be so cool.
Yeah, I just love the idea of like it's a runway up to like a main event rather than just being like all compacted into this little space.
Yes, for sure.
Yep.
Especially since there's such dead space during Horror Nights back by SpongeBob StorePants and everything, because that whole area is not being used for queuing anymore. It's a completely open area. They could use a whole section and like really expand the scare zone and have it, like you said, Kenneth, not just be that thoroughfare that gets way too overly crowded, especially now that we have a Lagoon show back. We all know that that scare zone is going to be super packed when they let out the show. So I think for the safety of guest and scare actor, the more they expand it out of just that walking area is going to be a benefit to all involved.
I agree.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. We have Mutations, Toxic 20s. In a 1920s neighborhood, a BuzzCon truck with radioactive cargo crashes into a mobster getaway car, sending the city into toxic pandemonium. This sounds like New York, and it sounds like so much fun.
Yes. Just unbelievable. I'm picturing, I mean, obviously 1920s is such a fantastic time period to do for anything. There's so much that you can pull from 1920s, the music, the fashion, it's so cool. And the fact that they're bringing BuzzCon from the Bugs house into a scare zone, it's just even more lore that we are creating within the HHN universe, because why wouldn't we? That's all. I love when they do that. It's just, it warms my heart that these little pieces of houses that very creative people made get latched onto by fans, and the creative, instead of just brushing it to the side and saying, cool, we did that once, like moving on, they keep bringing things back just to service us as fans and to expand those storylines. They're genius. But yeah, this is great. I want everything to be covered in like bright neon green ooze.
Ooh.
Just like sticky, goopy slime.
How very Ghostbusters of
right?
you.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so exciting.
Yeah. I love this kind of thing. Like, I feel like they've done zones kind of like this with like the toxic and like the mutations and stuff, but putting the 1920s spin on it is going to make it feel like something completely different. I'm really excited about that.
Yeah. I imagine one of the songs they play in the scare zone is the Mr. Sandman, Bring Me a Dream.
Well,
just
that's
like,
50s.
Ah, dang it. So wait, 1920s would be Swing?
20s is like
big band?
No, that's like, isn't it like Flappers?
Yeah.
I'm pulling up Spotify.
Pull up the 1920s hits
The
list.
Roaring 20s.
1920 top 40 and from the 1920s.
Yeah.
Let's see. 1920s.
I believe it's like
cocktail.
speakeasy vibes, like
Spotify
flappers and stuff.
Failing at the moment.
So I think it is kind of like big band, like crooner stuff, you know?
Oh. No, this is pre-big band.
Interesting.
1920s top 100 hits.
Like silent film crap.
Well, either way, it's going to be great.
Yeah. I hope that one of the characters is a reference to the driving crooner from I Think You Should Leave. It'll be for such a niche group. I don't know. I feel like that show has a really big audience in the Orlando scene. I think people will recognize and appreciate it. I don't expect to see that, but it would be a nice little treat for me.
Spotify has
this is definitely flapper area.
Yeah, Spotify has a playlist that is simply titled Creepy 1920s. I will share that on our Instagram. That's so good.
Cool. You just put some screaming sound effects on top of it and we're done.
Yeah, that's it. We made it.
Now, I know that this area, like New York is big, like already. It's just big. But I've always wished that it would kind of bleed out into the alleyways just a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be nice.
Because that stuff just lends itself to scares. Like there's so many natural, just like little boo holes back in there. And it's just so vibey, even without extra decoration. I always wish it would bleed a little bit further.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially with the 20s, like those alleyways and all those little like.
This is where I will lovingly insert the SpongeBob meme of a few moments later, after some technical issues. Hey, look at that, we're back.
What were we saying? Bugs. Do we think there'll be bugs? Because this is off of BuzzCon. Do we think that like we're gonna see anything from the house besides just like the name BuzzCon?
I hope so. I hope they are kind of like bug mutations.
Yeah.
You know, that'd be cool.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really like hint at it in the wording or the art. Like Toxic 20s to me, I'm picturing more like the Toxic Avenger style.
Yeah.
Of like, you know, just like radioactive stuff.
Yeah, because the image that they dropped is a flapper girl, and then it says in the title mobster, which I'm assuming is the guy that's in the picture too, and a bunch of bags of money.
Yeah.
This is going to be interesting. I think this is going to be something that we haven't really seen before, which is always exciting.
Well, it is in New York, so maybe some toxic, like mutated rats.
Ew, gross.
Like giant rat people.
That would be cool.
Love
Pizza rat.
Pizza rat.
It's rat pizza. Rip. That's so sad. Yay. Well, this one sounds
cool.
great.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, now, next up, two new concepts that we can speculate wildly about. Mel's Die-In Zombies and Club Horror. These are two separate things. Brave all-new street experiences that take the horror to new heights, featuring zombie car hops, undead DJs, and more.
I'm so excited about this. I've been saying for a long time that they need to utilize the Mel's Die-In thing, like that they do up there. I wish that they were going to do a scare actor dining in Mel's. I think that's perfect. But
so cute.
I'm game for this.
Yeah. Now, so what I'm not sure of, and why on the announcement tracker I put both of these with question marks instead of listing them as scare zones, because we don't know if this is like a show or a scare zone or something in between. Like, is there going to be kind of like the Megan Horde where it's like a little street dance? You know, like what is this? And like the only way to find out is to wait and see, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. And like we obviously know Mel's zombies are going to be at or in or around Mel's, but like Club Horror, is that going to be over in San Francisco? Are we just not going to have a San Francisco scare zone this year? Is this going to be somewhere else? Are we going to be utilizing like the backside of Lombards and
true.
what's that other Richter Burgers? Like, are we going to be using the back decks? Where is this? What is this? I don't know.
Yeah, I think there is setup happening in San Francisco, but none of these other zones seem like they go in San Fran. So I think Club Horror is there.
Yeah.
But yeah, then I think maybe you could incorporate the HHN bar on the back of Lombards and make that part of the club.
Yeah. The club.
In the club.
So I just did a quick like search of Halloween Horror Nights Club Horror. And of course the AI overview, that pops up at the top says that this zone is located in the San Francisco area of the park, and it transforms the street into a high energy, music driven horror experience.
How does AI Google know?
I don't know. Guests can expect to encounter various monsters and ghouls while navigating the club atmosphere.
What?
Interesting.
I mean, it's pulling it from something.
I'm going on the Halloween Horror Nights website.
I am too.
I famously, among my friends at least, am very much not a fan of the club atmosphere, but maybe HHN is the cure of that.
Yeah.
Like, this is going to be the first club I actually enjoy.
In the club, all fam.
Yeah. Yeah, I hate the club.
I also dislike the club.
The
club.
Yeah, I never feel less comfortable than in a club atmosphere. I hate it. But
me too.
But that's the perfect setup for a scare atmosphere, because I'm like, I can't stand this. I'm so uncomfortable in a different way than a scare zone normally does. Like, I'm immune to a scare zone making me uneasy, but if you make it like a club, now I'm uneasy.
True.
Yeah. So on InsideUniversal.net, that's where it also says Club Horror is believed to be located in San Francisco and will feature undead DJs. So is it like, are we thinking it's the bar, like back in the back, or is this the actual San Francisco scare zone?
I hope it's all of the above.
Yeah.
I hope it is a scare zone that is in San Francisco and bleeds into the back decks of both Richter Burgers and Lombards, because that would expand it out and hopefully make that walking path not as treacherous as it normally is, because it gets pretty tight in there. But yeah, I'm like not seeing anything on this website. I famously dislike the Universal website.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is. Why does the whole top half not scroll with the rest of the? Why can I only see 3/4 of the web page? But yeah, I don't know. I'm excited no matter what. It's going to be great.
Yeah, I'm very curious. We'll see.
I hope it's like...
Well, the Discover Universal blog does not list this as a scare zone. It lists it as street experiences.
Huh. So yeah,
interesting.
It must have something extra somewhere.
Yeah.
I want to...
You know what's...
Go for it.
Oh, you know what's great about this year's HHN is that there's things that we're going in and we don't know what to expect from it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And that's cool and it's rare.
Yeah, it's time. It's time to throw in a little something new.
Yeah. And that's the good thing about HHN too, is that it's so big that there's always room to experiment with new versions of what an experience there could be.
Yeah. So let's see. So that means we're only having 4 actual scare zones then instead of 5.
It seems like it.
Yeah.
But as long as like I'm okay with that.
Me too.
Because in the past years, it's sometimes felt like, man, the scare zones all feel a little bit lacking. But maybe if they only need to focus on 4 of them, then they can all be a little bit better. And then it's not like the rest of the space is empty, because there is something happening still in areas that were scare zones. It's just the standard for what it needs to be is different, because it's a club, or it's a zombie drive-in, you know, like
Right.
what that's it doesn't need to be up to the same level, you know?
And it makes more sense too, especially in that San Francisco area, because we've been saying for a decade that San Francisco scare zone area is such a clusterfuck, and taking that one away as an actual scare zone is a great idea. And I mean, these seem like more like roaming hordes, which is okay in that area.
Yeah. Stationary hordes. Yeah.
Yeah. But like, and for me, I don't know about you guys, but for me, it's those hordes, like the hordes of the Chainsaw Gang and stuff. Those scares get me way more often than scare zone scares do, because you're really not expecting it. You know, you walk into a scare zone and you know what you're walking into. But man, those like chainsaw like clowns over in like the Simpsons area, dude, they are fun. They are fun to just sit and watch, because they are able to like hide in bushes and all kinds of stuff. And it to me, that's really like, I've missed that in the past couple of years. So
yeah. I hope that whatever replaces the Simpsons area, whenever that does happen, I hope it's something where they can put a scare zone there and just like open up more room for things to be in the street.
Yeah.
You know,
because that is such a big area.
Yeah. It forces such a long stretch of like nothing happening. Especially the last couple of years where they haven't put chainsaws there for some reason. And so like, I just want more stuff to be happening in that gap.
Do you think it's because Disney acquired Simpsons?
No, I don't think that's why.
Okay.
Because the Simpsons never allowed a scare zone. Like, that's why it was always just chainsaws, because I'm pretty sure it was like, you're not allowed to put sets up. You can put people there, but like nothing else.
Yeah. Yeah, especially now with Hollywood so entrance scare zone into Hollywood, into Mel's, into Crooked Cat Lady in Central Park, that is potentially getting expanded all the way till Animal Actors. Now you're going to have Simpsons all the way around to San Francisco. That's just dead space.
Dead space.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that area back there is so packed, like with people, because there's so many houses back there.
And the show, and now the second show. Yeah.
New York is like the odd man out here, where it's like kind of just out of the way from everything else.
Yeah.
How unusual.
So unusual.
Hey, let's hear a message from our sponsor.
I wish to go to Universal Studios Singapore.
Hello, I'm Steven Spielberg. Ride the movies at Universal Studios Singapore. A spectacular destination for the people of the region and the people of the world.
Where can our vacation wizards take you? Just tap the port key at portkeyvacations.com and let the magic begin.
We're back. Hello. We're back. And we have even more to talk about. We're not even done.
Not done.
Yay.
Michelle?
Oh, that's me. Sorry. That's my name right there in bold green.
Michelle.
Yeah, let's talk about some shows. And that is plural. Shows.
Oh.
Dun, dun, dun. First, let's talk about the one we all guessed would be there, and that's another nightmare fuel. This one is called Circus of Decay. This once vibrant circus has festered into an unending nightmare. It's a sinister spectacle of pyro, aerialists, and illusions. Oh, that is so unique and unusual for them to do such a show. Thoughts?
You know, I think that it being a circus, the only thing I ask is that it's not essentially the same storyline as last year.
Good God.
A circus is an aesthetic that can support so many different things happening in it.
True.
And like those first 3 Nightmare Fuels were basically the same story. And this hopefully does not follow that same trend with it being a circus again for the second year in a row. Like, make it a different show, a different story. That's really all I ask. Like, the songs are going to be different. The fire acts, it seems like we've seen what they can do. Yeah. And like, it's just a matter of like what the music is that it's set to. So like everything else needs to be different because the fire stuff is basically the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just wish they would get rid of the nightmare. Like, I'm done. I'm over that. Can't we just do just a circus? Like, call it something else and just get rid of that whole nightmare storyline because it's old and it's the same thing. I mean, it might be it might be a different nightmare, but it's still the same thing, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder,
so tired of that.
I wonder now if they're doing it like Nightmare Fuel blank blank as like brand recognition. Like, oh, guys, don't worry. Like, the Fuel Girls are still coming back. We're still going to have the same style of dancing and the same stage. It's Nightmare Fuel because this is the brand name now that you have come to recognize and love. But we're going to keep changing up, like, the theme of it every year. I'm wondering if that, because at least last year, we got away from a guy going to bed, same bed trick. And now we're basically like it's Nightmare on Elm Street style where it's like they're haunting your nightmares kind of thing. At least last year was a step away from that, and I think a step in the right direction of like doing this show but making it different every year. This year, yes, circus is still in the name, but like last year's circus, I think that description carried a lot more. Okay, like you're going to actually be watching like a circus show and there's going to be a plot line through the circus show. This year, it feels a bit more like I just think it sounds different. And I can't fully verbalize why it sounds different, but
no, I'm with you. I'm not for the same all around. Because like Nightmare Fuel, a nightmare does not only mean a bad dream while you're asleep. Mm-hmm. You know, like nightmare can describe any bad situation that you're in, you know? So like, hopefully they're getting away from like that most literal definition of what a nightmare is. And you're just going into like, yeah, this is like just a situation that has decayed into a nightmare, you know, like it's just, this is bad. Mm-hmm. This is a bad thing for a person to be in. You know,
I'm basically saying I want them to be done with it being a circus. I'm okay with there being no storyline. Like, just make it a creepy fucking circus with creepy acts and a really scary like ringleader. Good. I don't even need a plot.
I agree.
Yeah. Like, I'm kind of tired of the plot.
And especially like, I don't know. One of my first thoughts when I saw Le Cirque Arcanu at Epic was like, this is Nightmare Fuel minus the scary stuff and the fire, you know, like especially at the beginning before it goes into all the Fantastic Beasts stuff.
Yeah.
But like, if you know, Nightmare Fuel and these HHN Fear Factor shows ever since Bill and Ted has been gone, like they do have truly impressive stuff that's happening, like the aerialist stuff, the contortionist stuff, like all these specialty acts that like Academy of Villains used to bring. Like that is a circus basically already. And like, you're right. We don't need a storyline around it. A circus is just, you go and you see people doing incredible things. Yeah. And that's honestly all I need from this.
Yeah.
And when you keep putting the same story on it, then that makes me be like, this is the same thing. But like, just, if you literally just take that out and you just let us watch people do crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Cool. Yes. Now I don't feel like you're repeating yourself, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would want to see like a spooky ballet.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I would love to see the Jabberwockies. Like, I know what happened last time we had a dance troupe come in, and you know that had nothing to do with HHN, you know, its demise. However, I really liked pre-demise
Yeah.
You know, I loved the dance shows. I loved having like professional, I'm sorry, not as if our team members and the people that do these shows are not professional dancers, but you know what I mean? A professional team who's been dancing together for a very long time just does a different type of show than those who are all cast and learn something together, you know, as to complete separate entities. So I would love to have like a famous dance team come back in and do another show again.
Yeah, it's the difference of like that. Academy would create a show and bring it to HHN compared to this, where HHN creates a show and casts people to be in it.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, I do miss that aspect, like that professionalism aspect of it.
Or just a completely new show altogether, like something like Jack's show. Like no more dancing, something different.
Oh no, I kind of like the dancing.
I like the dancing too, but like, or a third show.
Oh, calm down, Maddie.
I know,
calm
guys,
down.
Hot takes. Sorry, guys.
Oh goodness, they just need to hire us. That's all. Like, we've got great ideas, Halloween Horror Nights.
I want
Okay. Let's move on, as I just put a Teddy Grimm in my mouth. I apologize.
I was about to say, like, there's a lot of little background noise going on.
What flavor?
So, chocolate. So I took
delicious.
I took my morning medication without food, and I'm getting a little nauseous. So.
Oh, okay.
All right. Up next, we have Hauntophonic, a ghoulish journey. Yay!
Hooray!
A ghost story is rising from its watery grave to haunt the Universal Studios Lagoon, featuring towering water screens and eerie music. Yay! We're getting a Lagoon show.
Yay!
Thank goodness. Oh, I miss the Lagoon shows.
Me too.
Me three.
They're such a people eater, first of all. It's great vibe. Like, even if you're not watching the Lagoon show, you can hear it going on and see stuff happening from all over the park. And that whole lagoon, which is huge, doesn't feel like dead space anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it is nice just to have something to go and like have an excuse to sit for a little bit and chill and wait for the show to start, you know?
And it's like,
it's a perfect. Oh, go ahead, Maddie.
No, what were you going to say?
No, you go.
No.
Oh,
all right. I guess no one's going to talk. No, it's like, it's perfect for like, go get a snack and a drink and just like hang out for 20 minutes, you know?
Yeah.
I agree. It's also atmospheric. It's nice that you can kind of like hear it from areas nearby. And it just kind of creates like this overarching feeling to the event. I like it.
Yeah. Like the best of what these Lagoon shows have done, which this is the fourth HHN Lagoon show. We had the 2 Marathons of Mayhem, and then we had Ghoulish, the original Ghoulish, which sounds like this is like a continuation of that in a way, a ghoulish journey. They are like a unifying glue of like the event's theme.
Yeah.
In the like when they are at the most successful, and like whether or not you like the show, it does kind of like connect the dots of everything that's happening in a really nice way. The original Marathon of Mayhem with that 80s synthwave aesthetic.
My God.
Then the next year with the or it wasn't the next year, but the next event, the Carnage Factory. Not my favorite show, but having a Lagoon show hosted by Jack that fits the vibe of the whole thing. So like the way that like in the past years, and like this is like going way back to like 2007, 2009, where like the icon was really the face of the event and you could feel them all throughout. They've kind of gotten away from that. And I feel like the Lagoon show kind of does what those events used to do.
Yeah.
Yep. I never got to see the original Ghoulish because it had broken down by the time I got to the event.
Oh, it was so cute. That was 31, right? That was HHN 31.
Yes.
Yes, because the whole event was like specifically themed to Halloween because it's the 31st year of the event, Halloween Horror Nights. It was themed very much to Halloween. And so for the Lagoon show to be this like vintage kind of bringing all of the Halloween overarching storylines together for this one show. It was so cute, and the music was great, and the visuals were fantastic, and it just it really made the Halloween feel of the 31st year of Horror Nights feel even more complete to me. I loved it. It was awesome.
I need to go back and watch that show again on YouTube because I only saw it probably 2 or 3 times before the hurricane destroyed it. And I didn't ever really connect to it the way that I did with it. I don't think there's been a bad Lagoon show, but I liked each year less than the year before. Yeah. And I think Ghoulish could have grown on me if I had gotten to see it more, but no, we were not able to. Yeah. But I did appreciate at least that Ghoulish was you know what? The Marathon of Mayhem idea, we're kind of try to move on from that and do a completely different type of Lagoon show.
Because they'll never be able to meet Marathon of Mayhem again.
That first one,
bar too high.
They hit gold. I mean, they found the gold mine with that show.
Yes.
Sorry, and Michael. You made the bar way too high for yourself.
Yeah. So Ghoulish being this read along record storybook type of idea, I was okay, they took it a completely different direction, but in a thing that still fits with what a nighttime water and light and music show, because it always needs to be music driven. These kinds of shows only work if they're music driven. And so taking that in this vintage storybook kind of route, I'm okay, they found a different angle on this concept or this medium of how to present a show. And that's the kind of thing that you just want to see is okay, we have this set of tools. How many different ways can we use it? Yep. And Ghoulish did that. And so I'm really excited to see how this pushes it forward. I heard someone ask the question the other day, drones are in Cinesational. Do we think drones could be part of Hauntophonic?
I was just about to ask that.
That'd be cool.
It doesn't say anything about drones, but what a great surprise that would be,
The drones would really, really make the other show. So
yeah, they really do.
I'm excited.
Love it. All right. Well, moving from the East Coast HHN over to the West Coast for HHN, HHN Hollywood for 2025 has a new house announcement. Woo!
Whoa, which you're going to get to see, Maddie.
I know, I'm so excited. I'm always excited for when we get announcements from Hollywood, but this year even more so. I'm just beyond stoked because I'm I get to see this. It's not just a concept in my head anymore.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I've never cared about Hollywood announcements before, but this year, because we're going to get to hear about it on our show for the first time, I'm you know what? I actually am interested to know what they're doing. Because in the past, if I see an announcement and then I'm well, what? I never heard about this in our rumors. And then I'm oh, it's for Hollywood? I don't care. Yeah. I don't need to know about this.
Yeah.
So Slash is returning to Halloween Horror Nights for his 7th year with an original score for the house titled Scarecrow, music by Slash, coming to HHN Hollywood this September. Music of Universal Studios Hollywood Halloween Horror Nights Volume 2 is also going to be available for purchase on vinyl, and I assume that is going to involve a couple of these scored Slash songs for this house. And then there is also going to be Slash and Scarecrow themed food and cocktails at the Jurassic Cove Bar on the lower lot. So
cool.
Exciting.
Fun.
Very fun and exciting. I don't even know what to think. This is so fun. The Scarecrows are getting, the Crows are getting their own house. It's being fleshed out. Slash is scoring. Apparently he's scored multiple houses and Scarezones over in Hollywood previously. And, we get to see it. So yay.
Yeah. So this is his 7th year doing music for an HHN house. And I did get the record, the Slash record that they had last year, because very kind of Gabe from the theme park duo. He was able to grab a copy of that and send it to me.
Yay.
And so I've already asked him, like, hey, there's going to be another Slash record if you're able to grab me one.
Yes.
So big thanks to Gabe. But yeah, that's very cool. And is this part of the Scarecrow the Reaping series, do you think, or is this a new Scarecrow?
I don't know, because the image art, like the concept art does kind of give Scarecrow the Reaping vibes, but it doesn't have that Reaping tagline. So like, I genuinely have no idea.
I feel like it is. I feel like it's just another in the Scarecrow franchise. Which it's fun to me, like one house that happened one time in Orlando has become a big Hollywood franchise that now they've done it multiple times. It's going into Vegas. Like it's become this huge thing, but like it never even became a franchise in Orlando where it originated.
Right.
Like we did the one and done, and we're like, we'll put the Scarecrows in some zones sometimes, but like we're never going to do another house. Yeah. Or at least we haven't so far.
Yeah, I think we will eventually. But like, what I was thinking all throughout the time that we've been recording is just, HHN fans, like this fandom is so incredibly special. And it's one of my favorite things in my life to be a part of, because it's obvious not just how much passion we have, but like the creators listen to us. We have this really cool, like symbiotic relationship with the creators of HHN and the fandom as a whole, because there's so much that comes back out of HHN that is specifically just because fans have created a monster, quote unquote, out of something like Little Boo, for instance.
And I think that what really, like, looking at all of the various like creative departments that we're connected to as like Halloween Horror Nights fans, like we're so closely tied to like the creative team at Walt Disney World and like Universal itself and all of these other various kind of creative elements. But I think what really sets Halloween Horror Nights creative apart is that they're fans too. Like they are just as much creating as they are like being a fan of what they create.
Loving it.
Yeah. Like just watching all of the panels, like the one that I went to, the ones that they've done since, like listening to them talk in these interviews and these panels and everything like that. Like you can tell how passionate they are for what they're creating and how like, because it's just a big team. So like, one person is in charge of making these two houses, another person's in charge of making these two scare zones, and like they're bouncing ideas off of one another, but like they're such a fan of what the other people are creating. So like, they're doing the creative element, but they're also just as much fans of everything that they have made so far. And I think that really sets them apart.
Hey, y'all, remember how I said life is taking a front seat for most of us? Yeah, so we lost Michelle for the rest of this episode. However, when we were recording the episode, our software that we record on did not let us know that Michelle's recording had stopped. Michelle came back to us and everything looked normal, but for some reason, her recording never saved. So luckily this was the very like tail end of the episode where we just kind of like wrap things up. So you're really not missing much. But again, guys, we're so sorry. I don't even have like a good reason. Technology stinks, and we all know this, and we do the best we can every single day. So enjoy the last couple of minutes of this episode, and I'll be taking a deep dive into our software to see what's going on. Okay, love you all so much. Thank you. Bye.
I mean, I think that's all we got. Like,
yeah,
as of right now.
So Scarecrow, Maddie's going to get to see it in Hollywood.
Woo.
That's very exciting. And I can officially confirm and announce that I will be going to Horror Unleashed in Vegas a week before Halloween Horror Night starts in Orlando. It opens on August 14th. I will be visiting on August 22nd. So we will have reporting from both Vegas and Hollywood this year on Rush of Fear. It'll be just like the episode that I did at FanFest nights. So same group, me and my roommate Kyle and his girlfriend Caitlin. We will be going, we will be discussing, we will be recording our reactions as we enter and as we explore. But I am so pumped for this thing. The Discover Universal podcast released an episode where they interviewed TJ and Nate. And like that show is hit or miss for me on whether I only listen to it if it's the topic that I'm like, ooh, I actually really am interested in hearing about this. That episode got me so excited for Horror Unleashed. So I recommend go listen to that episode and hear from two of the creators of Horror Unleashed and why, like kind of like the thinking behind it and some of the details and the ways that it's different than Halloween Horror Nights. It's like, it's going to be so cool. And I can't wait to see it. And then also see the one in Chicago.
Yay! Yeah. Oh, we'll definitely be posting on the Instagram, and Lindsay and I will probably do a recap, kind of little recording afterwards. And then we can have an episode kind of like chatting about it. We can do like a dual. Kenneth talks about Horrors Unleashed and I talk about Hollywood episode.
Yeah.
Yay!
We're doing it. But I think that will do it for this episode. Thanks for listening, and we hope to see you soon. So soon, in a month, in the fog. Until next time, for more content, be sure to check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/rushoffear and follow us on Instagram and Twitter at rushoffearpod.
Woo. All right. Thanks for listening, everyone. The podcast has come to an end. Now, get out. Bye.